Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. So jumping into the Hudson County MLS, in the past week, there have been 94 properties that have gone under contract, meaning that they have offers that have been accepted on them. They have not closed yet. They had an average list price of $897,000 and a median list price of $750,000. The average days on market in the past week was 47 days, and the median days on the market is 35. So sales are up from last week, and the average days in the market is slightly up as well. Looking through the list of some properties that stood out to me, in Hoboken, over at Maxwell Place, 1125 Maxwell Lane, Unit 634, listed for $1,250,000 on the market for 1 week. This was a one-bedroom plus den. They're calling it a two-bedroom. The second room did not have a window, but it's used as a bedroom. So they're calling it a two-bed, two-bath, 1,323 square feet with parking. And this is located in Phase 2 of Maxwell Place, which is 1125 Maxwell, built around 2008. There are no interior photos of this property. I did see the unit when it was on the market. It's a non-view home, so it did not have New York City views. It faced west, so you had a lot of sun actually in the afternoon because of the way it was facing. But it has gone under contract at Maxwell. Maxwell, you have 24-hour concierge. You have in this building, you also have the outdoor pool, fitness center, residence lounge, and this is under contract 1 week on the market at Maxwell, listed for $1,250,000. Also in Hoboken, at the W Hotel, you had 225 River Street, Unit 1904, listed for $2,350,000 on the market for 228 days. This is a two-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 1961 square foot unit. So as I mentioned in the past, the W Hotel is a combination hotel and condominium building. The top third of the building are the condominium residences, so basically the upper third, and the lower two-thirds are the actual hotel rooms. As a condominium owner, your unit is not a hotel room, so you can't rent it out on a nightly basis. You can lease them on a yearly basis, but they're not like condo hotel units that you may see in other parts of the country, where you could buy a unit and use it and rent it like a nightly, like a hotel room. Basically, they're condominiums that you can purchase, or you could rent from an individual owner, but it would be a 1-year lease. This is a two-bedroom unit, and just the two bedrooms are on the back side of the building, so you're on the northwest side or southwest side for the two bedrooms, and the three bedrooms are on the east side, so they face either northeast or southeast. And the one bedrooms are actually below the level here where the terraces are. So there's like 1 or 2 floors of one bedrooms. But the building is mostly 2 and 3 bedrooms. This is a 2-bedroom on the south side. And this has gone under contract here at the W Hotel. The W Hotel is a land lease building. So the land that the building sits on is actually owned by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. And the building has like a 99-year lease with them. So as a result, the Port Authority picks up the bulk of the taxes to the city. As a condominium owner, you pay what's called a pilot program, a payment in lieu of tax, which covers like city services like fire, police, etc. I don't have the taxes for the pilot number for this unit. I have seen them. They're usually around $10,000 to $15,000 a year, which is lower when you consider other waterfront properties like Maxwell Place. And that's because the bulk of the taxes are picked up by the land that the Port Authority is paying to the city. So that's under contract at at the W Hotel. In downtown Jersey City, over at Gulls Cove, 201 Marin Boulevard, Unit 1401. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,464 square foot unit with parking, listed for $1,224,987 on the market 29 days. This is over in the Liberty Harbor North section of downtown Jersey City, not far from Grove Street. This is the amenity level where you see the amenity lounge. This is not the actual unit. Let me cycle through the photos. These are all common area photos. They have a game room, bowling alley. It's a 24-hour concierge building with a fitness center. So here's the actual unit. It's a corner unit. And it looks like it faces northwest because this is Grove Street over here. So this is a northwest corner unit in phase one. Gulls Cove was built in 2 different phases by the developer Metro Homes. First phase is around 2004, 2005. Second phase was around 2012. So this is a phase 1 unit. And it was a corner, and it's currently under contract over at Gulls Cove. In downtown Jersey City, the Wells Fargo Loft Building, 299 Pavonia Avenue, Unit 2-10. This was a 5-bed, 3.5-bath, 5,100 square foot loft listed for $2,150,000 on the market for 123 days. This is located, the Wells Fargo Loft Building is located behind Hamilton Park. It used to be where they kept the Wells Fargo horses for their back in the day when they were transporting funds, they had carriages, back like in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So this was actually the stables for the Wells Fargo Bank. The building has a virtual doorman. They also have parking. The parking is off-site. It's about half a block away. They own a parking lot on the corner of Pavonia and Monmouth, which you have outdoor parking if you live here for 1 car each. So loft building, very different. The way because they were using the existing warehouse, many of the units are not alike. So you have basically, I've seen units that range from 2,000 square feet, 3,000 square feet, upwards of over 5,000 square feet, and many different configurations and layouts. The building was converted into condominiums in the 1980s. And it's quite a unique space. If you're looking for a lot of square footage, this is a building that offers you that. And that's under contract over at the Wells Fargo building, listed for $2,150,000. Over in, let me see here, in Weehawken, Gregory Commons. This is 518 Gregory Avenue, Unit C214, listed for $399, on the market 113 days, 1 bed, 1 bath with parking, 874 square feet. This is another loft building. This was a former factory building that was converted into condominiums in the late 80s. This unit faces west on Gregory Avenue. And the way the building is built, many of the units are like this, where you have an open kitchen, and up here is actually the bedroom area. So it's a lofted bedroom that's up above the living space. So it's not a private bedroom. I have seen units in the complex that do have a private bedroom where they also have this loft space. Many of those are called the 2-bedroom layouts. But the building is made up of 3 separate buildings. There's building A, B, and C over at Gregory Commons. The Condo Association has gone through a lot of renovations recently to the common areas. They did the roofs several years ago, the windows. They've done work in the common areas. I think they're going to carpet and paint the hallways. They're doing work on the exterior of the building. I think they're going to expose all the brick. So they're doing a lot of work there over at Gregory Commons. So the complex has gone through a lot of change in the past 5 years or so. But this is an example of a loft unit. You can see here, this is the bedroom area, and you take the stairs down, it overlooks the living room. On my website, Living on the Hudson, I'll link down below a link to the Gregory Commons page, as well as the other major condos that I'm discussing here. And you can check out other units that are for sale or for rent in those communities. This listed for $399, hasn't sold yet, but once it closes, I'll be happy to report back on what it's sold for. Looking through some of the sales, in Hoboken, another unit here at Maxwell Place. This was another 1-bedroom plus den, calling it a 2-bedroom, 1,206 square feet, 1125 Maxwell, unit 515, listed for $1,150,000. It's sold over asking for $1,185,000. 64 days in the market. I was actually in this unit as well. So this was a 1-bedroom plus den, 2 full bath, in phase 2 of Maxwell Place. And it did have New York City views off of the living room, which we could see here in a second. But this was overlooking the courtyard, so you saw the tops of some of the buildings in Manhattan. It wasn't big direct views, but yeah, you could see. Oh, this is actually from the residence lounge. So the unit is actually below the residence lounge over here. But again, not that far from the amenities in the building. over at Maxwell, and that sold for $1,185,000. Over in downtown Jersey City, you had at 88 Morgan Street, unit 4709, one bed, one bath, 843 square feet. List price was $739. It sold for $740. So it sold $1,000 over asking. 1 week on the market, and this was a western-facing one-bedroom. So at 88 Morgan, there's about 9 units per floor in the building, mostly 9 units per floor with the exception of the penthouse and some of the lower-level units. But the 09 unit is a west-facing, so you have a small south side view here, looking west towards Grove Street and south towards Liberty, Statue of Liberty. So this was a one-bed, one-bath. In this building, the 09 line and the 01 line are basically the same. They're just mirror images of each other, and they both face west. You can see here, this unit had a small view of Statue of Liberty area in the Verrazano, but it was a high floor unit. Being on the southwest side, it will get lots of light. At 88 Morgan, concierge building, outdoor pool, high rise. They have a large level of amenities. So they have a residence club, a fitness center. They have you can reserve the residence club area. They have a kitchenette area if you're going to throw a party. Business center over there as well. So very nice level of amenities over at 88 Morgan, and that's sold for $740. Let me see here. Also in downtown Jersey City, Wells Fargo Lofts. This is over at 159 2nd Street, unit 1103, listed for $949,500, sold over asking for $975, on the market for 67 days. 2 bed, 2 bath, 1,149 square feet. This building was developed by Caulfield around 2006 or so. The units are more loft-like with the higher ceilings. The building itself was actually modeled after the Powerhouse, which is a few blocks away with these arched windows. And when we see the outside of the building, you'll see what I'm referring to. But this building, very industrial look in the building. They have a virtual doorman. They have a small fitness center on site and on-site parking as well. Elevator building. And the building's made up of like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and some 3 bedroom layouts. Oh, I don't have an exterior photo, but this sold for $975 over at Waldo Lofts in downtown Jersey City. Just seeing what else here. 9 on the Hudson in West New York. I've talked about this building in the past, developed by K. Abnanian. 9 Ave in Port Imperial, unit 624, listed for $1,495,000. It sold for $1,445,000, on the market for 29 days. This is a 3 bed, 2 bath, 1641 square foot unit with parking. It looks like this is a non-view home, western facing unit, looking towards the building next to it. Yeah, and this looked towards River Road here. So this was a non-view, did not offer city views. However, it did have a lot of space. And this was on the market a month over at 9 on the Hudson. 1641 square feet, sold for $1,445,000. And there was another unit here, which is a 2 bed, 2 bath, unit 724, listed for $999. And sold for $980, 42 days on the market. So smaller unit, 1194 square feet, sold for just under $1 million at 9 on the Hudson. Concierge building, they have a high level. This is also a western facing unit, so non-view home. They have a large level of amenities, multi-level gym, residence club, roof deck area with barbecues, as well as a pool. So I'll link down below from my website, Living on the Hudson, where you can check out 9 on the Hudson and what they have to offer there. As far as news articles go, a couple news articles came out. So right by 9 on the Hudson, there's actually a development here that's owned by Toll Brothers. They're calling it Vista Point in West New York, and it looks like they're going to be moving forward, Toll Brothers, with that project. They have their approvals. Looks like they've partnered with another developer on the project as well. So 9 on the Hudson is right here, and this is Vista Point. So 9 on the Hudson, some of the units or views will be impacted, but they were disclosed that when they purchased. But you can see here the layout of Vista Point and the rendering of what it will look like. I don't have a timeline on when it will come on the market. However, I will be happy to report when that I do have more information on that. But this is an article about Vista Point and what's going to be developed there. And basically, it's 73 luxury condominium units from 1 to 4 bedrooms. So this is a future condominium project coming to the West New York Hudson River waterfront. I'll link this down below. That's from Jersey Digs. Also, downtown Jersey City, high-rise was approved and planned for 107 Morgan Street. I don't know yet if this is going to be condominiums or rentals, but it's almost a whole city block. It's a very large building. And this has been, here's a rendering of what the building's going to look like, 34 stories tall. So looks like 633 dwelling units. It does not say if it's condominium or rental yet. So as I find out more, I'll be happy to report back. And finally, this article from the New York Post was regarding Barbara Corcoran was talking about mortgage rates and how they affect the real estate market, and how when her prediction is when rates get into the 5s that the market could really take off, where you start to see more movement, where more sellers coming on. So just an interesting take from Barbara Corcoran, who used to own Corcoran Real Estate, on her take on the real estate market with regards to interest rates. So I'll link this down below. These videos come out every Monday. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe down below, or you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.